Now we are going to learn about the tools that Prezi has to create presentations. I'm on a new workspace, and I've chosen a new template. It's a template that shows a process starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I want to add a title, and if I click on that, I will get a text editor. To edit this text, starting on the left-hand side, I will highlight this text. I can change the typing, not very many choices, but a few different choices. And I can change the color. When that's finished, I can press OK. Here's a subtitle, and if I click on that, I will also get a text editor. I'm going to choose a different type of text, and I'm going to hit OK. At this point, I'm going to add an idea to the Prezi in the second part of my path. So I'm going to zoom in on this. This is called a frame. Again, if I click on those words, I will get a text editor. I'm writing a text editor inside the frame. If I'd like to add a new frame inside the Prezi, I can do that by coming up here. There's two ways to get to that point of the screen. You can zoom out and then click on it and zoom back in by double-clicking. Or you can zoom in using the tool on the left-hand side for zoom. If I'd like to add text, this is a subframe. Information that is a detail goes here. Whenever I have a piece of information or an element that I've put in a frame, I can click on that element and I get something that Prezi refers to as the zebra tool. This can twist the text around a bit. We can delete the text. We can edit the text. We can move the text. And we can make the text larger or smaller. If I need to see the entire Prezi and see where I am at it, I can come back over here to the left-hand toolbar and click on the home, and I'll come back out to see the entire Prezi and see what I'd like to work on next. Over here, I'd like to add a new frame. I'm going to continue to zoom in by double-clicking or using my tool to zoom in. I can move where I am at on the workspace by clicking, holding down the mouse, and sliding the mouse a bit to get to an open space. I'm not going to use this text box, so I'm just going to move it over to the side. Instead, I would like to add a frame. A frame is a place or a space where we can add writing, pictures, video, or other interesting elements. I'm going to move up here to the left-hand toolbar and click on Frame. When you see frame, there's 3 different types of frames. There's a bracket frame. A bracket frame looks like this. There's a circle frame. A circle frame looks like this. And there is a square, rounded, cornered frame that looks like this. Now, of course, I only want one of these frames, and I'm going to choose the circle frame. I'm going to click on the element that I'd like to delete, the frame I'd like to delete, and up pops the zebra toolbar. I'm going to click on the garbage can for discard or delete, and it goes away. I'm going to do the same thing with this frame. Sometimes when you click on a frame, other tools pop up. Let's try that again. And I'm just going to click once. Kind of have to play with it to see how it works. And grab the garbage can, and that gets deleted. And here's my extra frame out here. So I added a frame. can insert images by clicking on Insert, shapes, a PowerPoint slide, YouTube videos, a drawing or diagram, or another file that I might have, just like you can do on any sort of presentation or word processing document. If I want to see the entire toolbar over here, I click this very little arrow, as you can see right there, and it pops back up. That's the general idea of adding frames and different elements into the Prezi. Now I'm going to insert a picture so you can see how that is done. I'm going to click here so we know which frame I'm working with. And I'm going to click on Insert. Over here I'm going to click on Image. At this point we can do a Google image search. It's important that you unclick this so that you can see many different images. I'm going to add in a sunset. Over here I will have a lot of choices that I could use for a sunset. I think this one's pretty, but I can hold down this toolbar and kind of move up and down so I can see what choices I have. So I'm going to keep moving up. I'll choose that. And as you can see, it had a little download. Once it says downloading, I can hit OK. And their processing is telling us it's getting the media, it's putting it in here, it's downloaded. Now this is an element I can work with. If I tip on it, I get a zebra toolbar, and I can shrink it, I can move it, I can twist it. That's working with frames and adding different elements or inserting different elements into those frames. Again, the best way to learn is to continue to play